Welcome to Brawl Till We Fall. All right, I want to start off with a couple of announcements. This is a special show that we're airing tonight, and this is going to happen before SmackDown. So, just so you know, there's not going to be a Brawl Till We Fall this Sunday. This is the special because of WWE's pay-per-view Clash at the Castle that's happening in the afternoon part of Saturday. Um, So this will be aired Friday before SmackDown. My brothers will be joining me soon to talk about our predictions for Clash at the Castle, as well as NXT and the outcome of what happened, the results of NXT's Battleground. So we're going to talk about that and what happened this week on NXT. So with that being said, I'm going to kick things off with Raw in this segment. Just so you know, there's another couple of other announcements. Let me just get that out the way now. So this next week Thursday, we're going to have a dark show to make up for not airing AEW and what happened this week. So we're going to be doing AEW's dark show on next week Thursday, and we're going to introduce our new TNA coverage show that's going to happen on that same show. We were doing the highlights and results show for WWE next week Sunday. And also, we'll be back to our regular schedule next week Sunday for AEW Sunday as well. And my brothers, like I said, will be here tonight, but we'll also be back the week after next for our prediction show for AEW's Forbidden Door. So we got a few things coming up. Hope you stay tuned and catch us. We are now going to be on our own Facebook page and Instagram. So we'll be spreading out and getting into other social media platforms as well as branching out in the whole podcast area. Hopefully, to get on some other platforms. I have some ideas of how to do it, but we're going to get it done. All right, let's get into Monday Night Raw, and we're going to talk about what happened this week. All right, so it kicked off with Drew McIntyre in ring segment, which was quickly interrupted by Damian Priest in the Judgment Day, um, which we could expect because it's leading up to this week's pay per view. And like I said, me and my brothers, we're going to talk about our predictions. But from what we've seen so far, Drew McIntyre's in ring segment is interrupted, like I said, by the Damian Priest in the Judgment Day. And Damian put it out there that because McIntyre basically said that Damian cannot win without Judgment Day. I don't know. He might have a point there. But Damian challenged him back and said that if he wins against Finn Balor, which I don't think he should just throw his boy under the bus like that, but he did. And if he wins against Finn Balor, then he will ban the entire Judgment Day from ringside. Now, here's my thing with this. And I'm gonna elaborate a little bit more once we get, my brothers in the studio and everything. But he did say that Judgment Day would be banned. Judgment Day. But we have to remember that he's not a full member of Judgment Day, but he hangs around the camp. And Damian Priest did tell him to earn his keep. And that is Carlito. You still got Carlito roaming around over there. So I don't buy it. We're going to get into what the results was of that match with Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. As we get on, we get into the program, we'll find out what happened. That's the main event. Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria. Now, Io Sky has been pissed off. She's been out of control. And I say it, and I said it again, and I said it before. With damage control, there is no leadership. And without leadership, there's no control. There's nothing going on. However, I'm going to say this. Paul Heyman said it, and he's the leader, or I should say, he is the person that's supposed to be the leader of Bloodline but he has no control over what's going on. So I don't know. Maybe he's right when I say that, because even if they had leadership with damage control, would they be able to control Io Sky? She's been out of control. Just mad that she lost the king at the Queen of the Ring. So she took out her frustration on Lyra Valkyria, and she ended up getting the win, even though damage control, put their 2 cents in it. That's what made it happen. Because I'll be honest with you, Lyra Valkyria is a better wrestler. So she should have won that. But again, it was like a 3-on-1. So backstage segment, Dom and Liv. This is a funny segment because Dom is put in between a rock and a hard place. And literally, I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. Real life, Dom is married. He just got married. Excuse me, just got married, and on TV, he's in a relationship with mommy. And now here comes Liv, who's after him, and she just left her hotel room key for Dom to visit her. As a young person, in my younger days, man, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna go there, but he's put in that spot. But I'm gonna just tell you all the shenanigans that went on with that stupid hotel room key. First, it disappeared, then it reappeared in Dom's pocket, and Dom said he ain't put it there, and I think Carlito put it there. I think Carlito took that because he was excited when he said, "Oh yeah, she left her room key." He was like, "That's cool." Yeah, that ain't cool, bro. So that was not cool. So at the end of the day, we're going to see how this unfolds, but I'm going to tell you, it ended up in another way. All right, we're going to get into the second match, which leads to what I'm talking about. Dom, JD, and Carlito versus LWO and Braun Strowman. LWO and Braun get the win thanks to Liv distracting Dom, which she ended up uh, on top of Dom on the floor. Bro, bro. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn in the ring segment first, but he went up against Otis. It didn't look like he wanted to go against Otis, but he had to. And Otis caught a beat down. Uh, and then Sammy caught a beat down again. Again, I keep telling you, Sammy needs to just stay away from this group. He keeps putting himself in the midst, and I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it when my brothers get here. But I really think that Sammy is really reaching. He's not gonna. These guys got some type of battered women syndrome. But anyway, moving on. Tag match. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill was at ringside for this match because, as you know, they're going to be in the triple threat match, tag team match with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks, with Ala Dawn and Alba Fire. Should be very interesting. But this match was great. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks did defeat um, Dawn and Alba Fire. It was a hard hitting match. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks look like the stars in this match. Um, so they got the win. All right, moving on. This right here was a this was a match. Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. This was an awesome match. It was a back and forth. They renewed their rivalry they had in NXT, which was a definite. I mean, I'm gonna say this was a banger. All right, Sheamus, this was a banger. And yo, Braun, he got the win. I didn't think he was gonna get it, but he did get the win. He did meet his match though. Ilya Dragunov brought it. But Braun is on this rage and it's out of control. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the only person that I think gonna stop Braun Breaker, they gotta bring him back. And you know who I'm talking about. They gotta bring him back. He's the only one that's gonna be able to stop this dude. He's the only one. And I'm gonna mention that later on. Um, but Ricochet came out and ended up getting sent to the ambulance, sent away in the ambulance with his girl. She couldn't even finish announcing because she got sent away. With him, went in the ambulance with him. So it was really rough. But I think this is a storyline that's leading up to Ricochet's departure from WWE. I'm not sure, but we shall see what's going on. Once again, R-Truth and his shenanigans. He gets talked into a match by a supposed person that's reading palms. Anyway, got set up to face the AOP, who he thought was the APA. Anywho, and R-Truth and the Miz, they did defeat APA. I mean AOP. See, you got me confused. But this was the help of the New Day, who they've been targeting, trying to get Woods to join them and all that. So because of New Day, they lost that match. And then finally, the match, Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor. Well, now we know. Drew McIntyre did defeat Finn Balor, and Damian has to ban the Judgment Day from their match this weekend, this Saturday. So they're not going to be, they shouldn't be at the ring. But like I said, what about Carlito? Anyway, that's what ends Raw. So Raw ends on that note. We shall see what happens at Clash at the Castle. And right now, we're going to go into our second segment after these messages. Introduce my brothers coming up now.
Hey there, wrestling fans. This is your boy Teo, the host of Brawl Till We Fall. And I want you to check out my show every Sunday. We have 2 shows. That's right, we have 2 shows on Sunday night. The 2 shows we have is the highlight show, which is at 6:30 p.m. on Sundays. And then we have our premiere show at 8:30 p.m. on Sundays. So check us out. We also have our Thursday night Let's Talk About It show featuring my brothers, and hopefully sometime in the future we can have some wrestling stars or somebody to come out and talk about the pay-per-views that's coming up on that weekend. So every Thursday, right before the pay-per-views, we have our Let's Talk About It show. So check us out. Right there's the info. You can go to YouTube to check us out on YouTube, and soon we'll have other platforms. But until then, right now, check us out every Sunday. We have our show. Peace out.
And we're on. All right. Here with my brothers. We got
Hey, what's up?
Meek Mall Law. We got Sal Showtime. And we're going to talk about NXT Battleground and the results after our predictions and see if any of our predictions came to light. All right. So, again, I was not happy with the Kalani Jordan situation. She's the new Women's North American Champion. And I'm sure y'all feel the same way. Because it was none of our predictions. We didn't see that one coming. So we're just going to go past that. Unless y'all want to talk about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go past that. The NXT Tag Championship, we're talking about Nathan Frazier and Axiom retaining the titles against OC, one of the most boring matches of all of the pay-per-view. Let's go with you, because you had some things to say about that.
Yeah. I was saying that I feel like this tag team championship run for Axanium and Nick Frazier is very much needed. That's probably also the reason why it wasn't taken off of them. It also would look awkward if the OC had it and AJ Styles didn't win. Also, the fact that Mia Yim didn't win too in that match was like maybe probably another reason. If she wasn't gonna win, that's gonna mess with the whole OC look a little bit. Maybe I don't know. And I gotta say, at this point, I'm gonna repeat this. The OC is basically in the same Baylor's position as well, where it's like they should win. They really should win according to their skill, according to their experience. They should win the match according to their preparedness and everything. But they're just not going to get that win. They are. It's almost like they're there to put people over now. They've already proven their worth at other places, and now they're just here to. I guess it feels awkward to say job, but they're passing the torch to everybody. That's how I'll say it. They're passing the torch to everybody.
What you think, Sal? You think that they're just jobbers too?
Charity match, right? Like a charity match right here. And I was going for rooting for the OC, of course. And I think a lot of people wanted the OC to win, but yeah, it didn't work out. The Good Brothers, it didn't work out, man. Definitely one of the most boring matches of the night. Um, yeah, man, it's highly disappointing.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to
Yep.
NXT Underground. Lola Vice. She defeated Shayna Baszler. Speaking of jobbers,
Mm-mm-mm.
I just think that's what I don't know. I can't say that though because Shayna Baszler's been in some very good matches, and she's going up against. She's going to actually be in this pay-per-view, and she might have a chance of winning. I mean, I liked her on Raw. Maybe she just needs a tag team partner. I don't know. So we're going to see what she do. We're going to talk more about her in the pay-per-view when we talk about the pay-per-view. But she did good against Lola Vice. I mean, in fact, some part of it I thought she was actually going to pull it off. But you got to understand that Lola Vice is MME trained, and not that Shayna Baszler has been trained in that ring as well, but Lola Vice is very fresh coming out of that. So she's underestimated. I say they put her as the underdog, but she definitely got the skills. She got the skills to pull that off. So I had her at a win anyway. That was one of my predictions. So now let's start with Meek because he wasn't upset. He was upset about this one. Go ahead, Meek.
I think that was your
Right.
prediction, right? You want Shayna, you want her to win, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite sure she's gonna win this one too, and you was definitely right about Lola Vice winning. I do feel like one thing Shayna Baszler brings that she does go. She has gone outside WWE and come back, and the way she does that kind of brings legitimacy to herself, but it also brings legitimacy to the women's division and anyone who beats her. So even the fact that the way she got beat was kind of a little bit TKO ish, not actually KO ish, kind of made me feel a little bit better, just a tiny bit. Um, so I think even though she went out defeated, she didn't go out like squashed or like it doesn't feel like she jobbed. It felt like she lost the match, and they were both really good competitors. So I'll give I'll give it a pass. I still want the Shayna Baszler to win bad, and we might get that win on Saturday. We might,
Yeah.
we, we might. So as someone who's more of a Shayna Baszler fan, yeah, that kind of hurt. But I take that loss. I take that loss. I was wrong. You was right. You had points, and I still went against it, and you was right.
Give
All
me a
right.
chance to join us.
So
Give
what
me
you
give me
got?
a chance. Like, yo, you want to join us, bro? It's like you sticking with it. But
What you think?
yeah, as far as my take on the match, I like the MMA aspect of it all. Honestly, you know, Shayna, we kind of knew that was going to happen. We kind of knew it was going to happen. Lola, she's the new big thing out there. A lot of people love her. She's up and coming. And I mean, I kind of don't really like the underground, the aspect of the match too. I think they should. You think you guys think they should do away with that thing? Because I was like, yeah, if you want to talk about boring matches, this probably was the second most boring match of the night to me. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? They should keep that whole underground thing.
Well, you got to understand the merger that took place. So um, it's a part of WWE now because of the UFC merger with them. So they're trying to do a crossover. So you're going to see more of that in trying to get. They're trying to put UFC wrestlers or UFC fighters against wrestlers. So eventually that may take place. So they're trying to segue into that. You know, that would throw off similar competition with AEW because AEW tried to do that at one time. They had an invasion and all of that stuff. In fact, I think what's his name was a part of that. So they're trying to move in that
Hager.
direction. Ethan Page was a part of that, and Scorpio Sky. All those guys were part of trying to, bring that to AEW. So here's WWE once again taking Tony Khan's idea and running with it. So
Oh, the fight pit match is better though. The fight pit match. There's like a
yeah,
cage around it and stuff. I feel like if
right.
they did that more often, that'd work better.
Probably would. But you got to understand, you got those old school WWE wrestling fans that is not feeling all of that right now. They trying to keep it like it was. They're not used to change or they're not with change. So eventually, they have to convince them. It has to be a good fight. It have to be like Moose versus Obafemi in a steel cage type of thing.
That sounds crazy.
Throw that out there. All right, so speaking of Obafemi, North American Championship. Obafemi retains versus Wesley and Joe Coffey. I'm gonna just say this. First and foremost, I knew he was gonna retain it. That was just one of my predictions. But and here's the thing, Wesley, that was his best shot of ever getting that belt back. He's not gonna get it back. Ain't no way is even believable that Wesley versus Obafemi that he even got a shot in hell to get that belt back. And I don't see it at all. Now, Joe Coffey, I thought he was gonna actually
Hold up.
yeah, it just made Oba angry. That's all it did. It made him very furious and angry. So at the end of the day, he did not, he didn't lose it because of anything crazy, which I thought was going to happen. But to no avail, he gained it back. What you got, Sal? What you think about that match?
That was an awesome match, though. I went for Wesley on that one. I went for Wesley, and he did his usual high flying, moves, and it was good to see him back in that ring. And it was a really good match. But yeah, like you said, your boy Oba, man, he ain't gonna lose that title no time soon. Uh, I don't know, man. Hey, he's gonna have it for a little while.
Yeah, that's what I said. What you got, me?
I also predicted that Obafemi was going to win this. I just felt like he, during pay-per-views, the champion tends to get Superman syndrome, and no matter how many people you be bringing in to help you, he just overcomes it somehow. And especially when they're a big muscly dude like Obafemi, yeah, Superman syndrome would have had taken effect. I felt like Wesley, he really just got back, and even before that, he had a bunch. Yeah, he had a really good couple of reigns with that title. Probably one of the best reigns of this era, or at least the last era. So I kind of felt like, he doesn't have it again. Kind of felt like
Mm.
he's going to lose for that reason alone, and that he might, he's one of the people that seem like they're going to get called up soon. So they probably only have him in NXT to see how he's moving still a little bit before they call him up. So, and I
Yeah,
also want to
good
say this
call.
was actually an entertaining match. I was happy that after, some of the other matches, I was like, what's this one going to be? I know Wesley's in it, but we've gotten let down and let down. But this is actually a really, really awesome match. There's a bunch of good spots. Joe Coffey. I don't know if he built up enough momentum yet. They do got a good group going, but for some reason, there's something not clicking charisma wise with their
Yeah, yeah,
characters.
you're right about.
So I almost feel like maybe the championship would be good on them to get them to try to push them. But at the same time, it also is like right now we're in a weird position where we're putting people with these titles to raise up the division after WrestleMania the reset. The WrestleMania reset already got people saying, hmm, you know, it's not the same anymore. So you gotta build, get people excited. That's why almost probably why Williams got the title, because the fans like it, the fans are entertained. So they're trying to bring up on one side and entertain while they still can until the story starts flowing a little bit better again.
Mm. Well, I don't know. It does seem like they're trying to push NXT hard, which brings us to the next match, the NXT Women's Championship: Roxanne Perez versus TNA Knockout Champion Jordan Grace. Um, Roxanne got the win, but it wasn't because she was the better wrestler. It was because there was distractions from Tatum Paxley and this Ash by Elegance, whoever that is. I don't even know who she is. But anyway, with all that being what it is, it just wasn't believable. It wouldn't be no more believable than, like I just said, about Wesley getting the belt from Obafemi 1-on-1. Look at the size of Roxanne versus Jordan Grace. It just didn't fit that she won that, or she became the title. However, we know that WWE is not going to allow another from another wrestling company, another person from another wrestling company, to come in and take their belt back to their company. So we already knew that wasn't going to happen. Um, However, it would have been a better storyline if it did. Then you got to go over there to TNA, because they done been over to WWE twice already. It would be good to go over there for once and wrestle on their platform to get that belt back. So, in fact, just to throw this out there, Jordan Grace went back to TNA and challenged Roxanne to come over there on her turf for that belt. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But what you got with that, Meek? What you think about that match?
I thought that match was good, especially because I kind of figured Roxanne Perez was going to win, but like I said, she's going to survive. She's not going to really win, and just the amount of positions she was being slammed with. Jordan Grace was dominating that match for most of that whole time, and when she won, it really felt lucky, and it really was because someone was distracting. Uh, it's funny you mentioned the like Ash and thing, when even Vic Joseph, one of the ring announcers, was messing up the name. Oh, it's Dana Ash. Oh, wait, it's he didn't even fix it. He just moved on. So even they forgot her name. Uh,
I didn't know who the hell it was. I'm like, who the hell is that? I gotta really
so
brush
yeah,
up on
Jordan
my.
Grace deserved the win, but kind of knew, WWE is still stingy enough that it's like, and still not willing to risk anything enough we're
Right.
like, I don't know, we'll let TNA get that much connected to us.
Mhm.
What you think, Sal?
I agree with you. It wasn't believable. It wasn't believable the way the match went down. I gotta. Hey, they let Roxanne get a lot of up the upper hand in this match, and I was like, okay, man, she was kind of Jordan Grace the business out here, like, oh, okay, but then again, with all the strength that Jordan Grace has, like, you didn't see her come back with strength and just give her the business back. It was almost like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But I was kind of disappointed though, just for the match itself, how it went down.
Yep.
It wasn't a good back and forth to me. It was like more Roxanne dominant than
Mhm.
Jordan Grace doing anything at all. So yeah, disappointed.
I think that was a Booker T thing, but that's my opinion. All right, moving on to the last match of the night. Trick Williams retained versus Ethan Page. Now, honestly, I'm gonna say that this match was a similarity to Roxanne Perez versus Jordan Grace in a sense. Trick Williams, he fought a good match, but as you see in this match, he doesn't have a lot of arsenal in his tank to really pull it off as a champion that he could have or should have used. Ethan Page used a lot of moves that he could have beat him with, and it was only for the distraction of the referee that he actually won. So I really, if I had to give this match a score on a Trick Williams, it would be a 5 or 6. It wasn't the greatest match for a champion. Um, that's what I got on that. What you got, Sal?
I agree with you. I think Ethan definitely carried the match. Trick, he did his thing. Shout out to Sexy Ray. Shout out to Sexy Ray who came in late on. You got to talk about her too. How she did as far as hosting it. But I wanted Ethan Page to surprise, shock the wrestling world, and come in and just win the NXT title. That would have shocked everybody because I thought that since Jordan Grace didn't get the win, that they would probably at least Ethan Page would get the win right on this one. But it's like nobody got that win. That was a surprise special wrestler. So yeah,
What you think? Nick?
I think that when I said that Trick Williams was going to win, I might have jinxed it, and I feel bad about that now. Uh, honestly, I don't be enjoying Trick Williams matches like that. I support him. I hope that he holds his title till the next pay per view, and then he loses it there.
Mm,
Because like you said, he's not really a good champion like that. He has learned a lot. He has gotten a lot better, and I could still see him getting called up at some point soon, even um, if
mm.
You're not ready for that. But
just
go
because he
ahead.
got just because he got a crowd around him, not even because he's good. Um, if Maxine's out there,
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
but yeah, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna just say that I'm mad at myself for even being right.
Oh man, that's funny. But nah, don't even beat yourself up about it because it goes back to what I just said. Ethan Page coming from AEW, you know damn well they wasn't gonna give him that belt just yet. Just on the strength of AEW. He wasn't gonna get it. And in fact, I think they're gonna make him work for it. They're gonna make him work hard for it. In fact, they may even diss him, which we're gonna go right into the NXT aftermath segment, where Cody Rhodes came out and said that next week is going to be a battle royal 25 men for that heavyweight championship in NXT. And they're not going to be from this locker room, not all of them. Now, already rumor has it that Matt Hardy is one of those people. I don't know how true it is. I'm just saying, allegedly, he's supposed to be coming over there. I already know that Moose already spoke to Shawn Michaels and said that he wanted to come over. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. I have No idea.
Moose, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. However, Moose did come on Instagram and say that he would like to bypass NXT because he thinks that he is too powerful for NXT and that he needs to move on to SmackDown or Raw. However, that could be another tactic that they have to just make it be a shocking thing that Moose coming over, whatever, since it was already announced, whatever, that he wanted to be over. But whoever is in that battle royal has a better chance of beating Trick Williams, and that's just my opinion. However, I think that Obafemi is a better champion. I think that Oba should give up that title that he got, that North American, and go for the big dog. I think he's ready to be the champion because at the end of the day, it's more believable for him to be the NXT champion and nobody can defeat him than Trick Williams at this time. Now he does have the audience, but can he keep the audience? Because, like I said, and I say it again, this audience and this day and time, our attention span is only but 5 seconds. Eventually, it's going to run out. People are going to stop, chanting "whip that trick." If he gets whipped, then he going to be the trick. So at the end of the day, he got to show more. I just say that he wasn't ready in the beginning, but I think he need to show more. I support the brother because ain't nothing like having a brother that's representing. But he needs to do more, show more, and be somebody got to train him and give him some more to work with. Moving on to well, actually, let me get your opinion on something because I had some questions. Okay, the 25-man battle royal and the other locker rooms involved. Um, who do y'all want to see in this battle royal?
Emmy.
If you could pull anybody from any locker room, and that's including AEW, who would you like to see in this battle royal?
Man. MJF, me stop.
That's not happening.
That would be a shock.
just to say hi, Cody. I just that interaction alone would make me make that whole thing fully worth it. That's a hard question. It feels like saying anybody from NXT feels a little weird because it felt like there's certain people that are definitely ready, but most people there aren't. Or people you think you're gonna put on that list that are definitely gonna lose. So when I'm thinking about people who are gonna be put on that list, I'm trying to think about people who are not going to lose, and that doesn't feel like something like I could conjure up a thought about right now. Because you said Moose, you said Matt Hardy, so like we got they keep on trying to say his name, so Joe Hendry.
All right. Ooh, okay.
Hey, let me jump in real quick. If we're gonna have somebody involved in this, what about Xavier Woods? I mean, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing over there on SmackDown. Maybe Xavier Woods can get a little run over here, come back to NXT, and who else?
Is Matt Cardona still injured?
Who?
Is Matt Cardona still injured?
Matt Cardona's.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah.
What about Dominic? You think Dominic should come back and maybe go for that NXT World title?
Nah. He's got his hands full. He's got his hands full right now with Liv Morgan getting chased right now. But if you had to pick another wrestling, if I had to pick from another wrestling organization, I would like to see Swerve over there for a minute.
Mm.
Just to give
It's the
them,
hard thing.
a taste of what they lost.
Give a taste of what they lost.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna do that. What about Malachi Black? Something like that.
Malachi Black too. Yeah, yeah. I would like to see him over there. Edge is on the injured list, but that would have been awesome if he was over there for that 25 man battle royal. That would be crazy. Um,
Yeah. Oh, John Moxley. Be like,
John Moxley. Oh my goodness, man, that would be it. That whole arena would
well,
have
let me
rocked.
visit my buddy Roman Reigns. He's not here.
Roman ain't gonna
I
come
just
back.
visit Seth. He's not here.
Roman ain't gonna come
Yeah,
back.
he was
Yeah.
the wrong time. That'd just be funny. That'd be so him.
Even though there's so many rumors that's going around that he's supposed to be back next week and all of this stuff, I don't see it happening. But I guess we'll just see it. But
You know, a
yeah,
good one.
it's
One
not.
more I'm gonna throw in there in the hat. One more I'm gonna throw in there in the hat, and this could actually happen. All true. Come on, the boy, all true. Going over that joint.
Come on, really.
Like, oh my bad. Mhm.
Our truth is good over there, and he won't even know that he's supposed to be in the match.
Exactly. Mhm.
Why didn't nobody tell me that the Royal Rumble was today? I'm coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Now let's go back to what happened on NXT. Now that when um, it ended with a big fight going on. All right. So, do you think? And this is just what I think. I think that is leading up to another battle royal for Roxanne Perez's title as well, because you got a lot of women, JC Jane, Jasmine, Slash Legend, Lola Vice, all of them are trying to vie for a belt. So either it's going to be a four-way match, or they're going to end up in a battle royal too. Which if this works out with the men, I wouldn't see why it wouldn't work out for the women too to bring them from different organizations. What female would y'all want to see over there if it happened?
Mm,
Who do y'all
I think
think can?
trying.
Ash
Who,
of Elegance.
who's
Ash of
that?
Elegance.
Oh man. So you think she could? You think they could? She could? They can? Who can dethrone Roxanne Perez? Who do you think? If you could bring anybody, my I'm gonna say CEO. I'm gonna say that they should bring Sasha Banks back just for that purpose, just to dethrone her. I mean, she's been over
Mm,
there. She's been supporting Beck, Bailey, and all the rest of them. So she's been in that arena. They don't have no ban against her coming over there. So it's not that it's impossible. Now she's been over there since she's been at AEW. So it's not impossible that she could come over there and snatch that belt and go back over to AEW and cause a war or whatever the case may be. So it can happen. So I mean that's
uh,
just I want to see.
you know, Ash by Elegance showed up. Maybe she could try. Nah, I don't think she'd win at all.
All right, okay, all right. What you think, Sal? Anything?
I think, man.
Master Slamovic?
Man,
Who's that?
what is that?
What you say, me?
I missed that.
Oh, I
What you
said
say?
Master Slamovich, maybe.
I mean,
Oh,
Thunder
Just for
Rosa
someone
would be
who's
a
been
good
around
one.
a
Thunder
while.
Rosa.
Thunder Rosa be good too. You're right. You're right.
Thunder Rosa, you're right.
All right, all right.
Maybe
Well,
Killer Kelly. Maybe Killer Kelly. So just so that you add someone who's Ronda, who has like a little bit of that Shayna Baszler energy coming out of nowhere, just for her to be mad scared in this fight. Like, why is scary people keep on coming from TNA?
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. They will be asking that
Yeah.
question. But I'm still waiting for Charlotte Flair to come back. Maybe it'd be her. Never know. Never.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this: really don't need to pull anybody from TNA. They got two women that I know probably take that belt from Roxanne, and that is my girls Jada Parker or Lash Legend. I'm thinking either one of them could take that belt from her if they really want to push the issue. They're not ready to give it to them yet, but I think they could take it from her.
You
But
think
moving on, what do you
Fowler
think of
Henley would?
who Fallon Henley? She's good. I'm actually a fan of Fallon Henley. I do like Fallon Henley. Um, but is she ready for Roxanne? Didn't she face her already and lose? I think she
Yeah,
faced.
but that's probably another reason why, like redemption arc kind of thing.
I don't know. I think she almost
Yeah.
broke her arm or something. She almost broke Fallon's arm. I don't know about that. I don't think Fallon need to get back in there. She kind of frail. I don't know about all of that. But what do y'all think about this? About the return of Wendy Chu and this look that she got now? Do you think she was auditioning for the to be a part of the stable of the new Wyatt family? If she had her face was like that mask that Bray Wyatt used to wear. So you think she's that sick person that they're not talking about?
I think it could work. Her gimmick needed some kind of overhaul anyway, and I think that kind of works perfectly. Her makeup does seem very fiendish, especially like the it looked like it's the fiend eyes, like bigger than her eyes, the fiend
Yeah.
eyes, and then the mouth. I can see where that mixture's coming from, and she went from dreams to nightmares. She went from slumber party to a nightmare person.
You right. You right. What you think, Sal?
I mean, her old gimmick, I didn't like it, but yeah,
Yeah,
with
like
this new look, yeah, yeah. I mean, she needed something, so yeah, this may work right here. This right here may work. So I'm looking forward to see what she does in the ring.
Yeah. Also, I'm a fan of hers, just not her character. So maybe this won't work.
Mhm.
all right, what do you think about this Evans kid, Javon Evans? What y'all think about him?
Oh, honestly, I was already watching him when he was in what's it DPW or something like that. So I already saw a bunch of his matches in
I
that
mean,
kind of
MLW.
YouTube.
He's an
You hear me?
MLW, right? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, he was in MLW, and I think I saw him do some stuff at DPW where they kind of did matches. Well, I would say that their matches were kind of matches where someone would do a finisher about 12 times, and he would get up. But he that is like one of those athletic people I've seen in some of those matches. There's a few people that almost kind of match him, but he definitely was someone who's on top of the division when it comes to what he could do and how athletic he could be. So him being in WWE was like finally that was definitely a great choice. That was a cool choice, and he's showing that he could do this crazy stuff he's doing in the cutter that Randy Orton can only dream of. Um, Getting so much air, getting so much distance, and I've seen him do bigger in certain ways. So
Mhm.
I can see the sky's the limit for his potential. I can see he's already doing pretty good when it comes to him building the character and getting people rallying behind him.
Right.
So in a span of maybe one more year, he probably get called up soon. He probably be one of the best guys, and he's not too small. So when it comes to certain people, he kind of matches up a little bit better. He's kind of good person in that middle height range to go up against any opponent.
You think he can replace Ricochet?
A little. I feel like Ricochet's a little bit more. Ricochet got a little bit more variety than him,
Okay.
but he got the energy that old Ricochet had. Like Ricochet is him being older actually shows a little bit. He can't. He's not doing some of the crazier stuff he used to
Yeah,
do.
yeah, I've seen
You're
him
like, I'm
botch.
too old for that. I'm not doing the triple flips no more.
What you think,
Yeah,
Sal?
I
What you think?
mean, you said it, Meek. I don't know much, like the extensive history that he had, in other places, but now I see the potential. He has a lot of great potential. I'm looking forward to see what he does. I mean, what do you think about that, Phil?
Yeah, I think that he's good. I think that he got the potential. The only problem that I have with him is picking fights with the wrong people right now. You got to build to it. You know what I'm saying? Going up against Sean Spears right now, it wasn't a good move. And it showed, but I mean, he could build to a better character. But yeah, I think that he should have. I mean, then again, I don't know. He could go up against a Wesley. That'll be a hell of a match against Wesley. So let's see what happens with that. All right, we're going to segue into Clash at the Castle. We're going to get into that right now. So let's hit our predictions for Clash at the Castle. All right, we're going to start off with the Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles I Quit match. I got Cody Rhodes. I think he's going to retain now. What y'all think? Let's start with me.
Um, Listen, I just feel like from the beginning of this feud, everybody it's fun and it's entertaining, but we all kind of feel like there's no chance, or even a slight, tiny bit of a chance that AJ Styles is going to win this one. It's going to be a really good match, though. Um, when you look at the history of I Quit matches,
Mhm.
and there's a babyface that says they never give up, they actually don't give up. Unless AJ Styles does the whole recording of Cody saying "I quit" into the mic cheat. Cody is not going to quit this match.
Damn. You got
Absolutely, I agree. Cody is not going to quit this match. You got to break his arm when you quit this match. Not quitting. Um, Again, I love AJ Styles, man. I just hate that he's put in these type of positions where
true.
you don't even think he's going to win slightly. But unfortunately, yeah, Cody's going to win this match. I want to see how it goes now, though. I want to see, what type of submission move or whatever's going to happen. Is it? I guess it's no disqualification. I guess whatever. Anything goes. I don't
And everything goes. Everything
Yeah.
goes. And I don't know. I mean, like you, Sal. I'm an AJ Styles fan. And you never know. The OC, Mitch, and any of them can get involved and change the whole direction of the match. However, like you said, Cody is not going to give up. Remember, this dude fought against. Um, I mean, he fought with a torn tendon. All of that, and I know how that is because I tore mine, so I know how painful that is. You can't even lift your arm, can't make no muscle, you can't do none of that. If he fought with that dude is strong, and I don't know what AJ gonna have to do to beat him. He gonna have to hit him with a bat, pipe, or something because he ain't gonna give up. So yeah, that's gonna be one of probably the longest matches, which is probably why they only got 6 matches altogether because that's going to be a long match. 'Cause neither one of those guys, actually, I give AJ Styles the credit too. He's a strong dude. That's going to be a long, drawn out match. Don't know where they're going to end up. Now, for the shortest match that's going to happen, Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. I got Sami. I got Sami winning this one. I think the Alpha Academy is finally going to turn on Chad. I don't know. They do have battered women syndrome. I don't know what may happen, but let's see what happens. What you think, Sal?
Listen, man. Unlike you, man. I'm tired of Sammy, bro. Tired of Sammy with that belt, bro. And they're like Chad deserves it. So I'm
Wow.
going Chad.
Wow. What you got, me?
Um, I'm I'm on the side of Chad too right now. Actually, I feel like the first thing I kind of agree with the whole he probably should have won in the first place, but with the way the story is going, I feel like the Stockholm syndrome is gonna settle in a little bit more for Otis, and he going help He's gonna help the win. He's gonna at first be like, I'm conflicted, I'm conflicted. Remember what I said yesterday. And even if he does try to betray, I think Chad's gonna be a little more prepared this time, and it's gonna backfire as well.
Mm.
But I really feel like Alpha Academy is still gonna, even though they're getting bullied all this time, they're going to kind of settle into the Stockholm syndrome for the win for Chad.
Thank
All
you.
right. Making Andre real happy right now because he can't stand Sami Zayn. This is funny. But it'll be what would be a good storyline though if Chad did win, and then Otis was faking it all this time. He didn't have no syndrome, but he know that he can beat Chad and turns on him and go and challenges him for the belt. That would be a great storyline. Alpha Academy just all of a sudden just beat the hell out of Chad and said, "We're taking your belt." That would be great. That would be awesome, awesome stuff storyline there. But moving on, I can dream. Um, Bailey versus Piper Niven. I don't know about this one, y'all, because you got to understand that it's been rumored that most of the people that are from that hometown in which they're wrestling in usually win. Now, when we get down to McIntyre, I'm gonna tell you what I feel about that. So, one of the two should win in their hometown, and I don't think it's gonna be Drew, but Piper might have a chance. I don't see Bailey beating Piper. It wouldn't be believable, especially not only the fact that Piper Niven is twice her size and in the ring, she's already beaten her up a few times and shown that Bailey is weak compared to Piper Niven. But you got to understand that Chelsea Green is also on the outside of the ring causing havoc. So I see it being a two, well, a 3 or 3 to 1 in this match. So I don't know. Really don't know about this. So what y'all think? What you think, dear me?
When it comes to Pepper Nivens, I feel like this match is going to set her in a spot where she's finally going to get some spotlight and be in the spotlight for a little bit. But I can't say that I think she's going to win this one. I do think she does have the power to win, and I think she's going to show that she could win. Um, One thing about Bailey is she finds a way to win. She finds a way to whether it's a tricky win, and even when there's interference, sometimes she even makes that work in her favor. Especially since Chelsea Green is a bit goofy, so she might end up accidentally messing things up for Piper Nivens instead of helping Piper Nivens.
You always throw
Um,
in there. I ain't think about it. Like, yeah. Sal, what you
there were
got?
definitely times in the past where she has used other people's allies in her own favor because one thing that Bailey got above everyone else, and one thing that she got above probably all the other horsewomen, is that she's tricky. She is a slippery person, so she'll find a way to win in that sort of way ever since she became Hill. So even though
Hmm,
she's a good guy now, she still got that Hill tactic.
true. But she don't got the backup no more either. But
Yeah.
what you think, Sal?
Not at the pipe and Niven, she was finally get some shine, in a main event type of match, But I gotta say Bailey. I think Bailey's gonna show her that she's a wrestling technician. This one of those matches that doesn't require strength. It's gonna require skill and focusing on a body part, maybe like a leg or arm. You know how that go. Break her down. But yeah, everybody knows when it comes to Bailey, like she actually trains with a lot of females in the back too. So I can't speak on Bailey. So you're gonna see another style probably.
Gotcha. All right, the women's tag team triple threat match. All right, do you think that Bianca and Jade has come to an end? Because they're going up against Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, and Aladon. What do you think they got to do to beat these two superheroes, Bianca and Jade? And if you think that Shayna Baszler, which we already talked about as being a jobber, do you think she has a
Mhm.
chance with Zoe Stark and on her side as winning this, do you think they're going to pull her out of that? I think that Jade and
Yeah,
so, Bianca and Jade, I think they can pull it off. So,
Yeah.
let me
Sal,
just jump in real quick and yeah, let me jump in real quick. I just can't see nobody beating Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I don't think nobody's ready yet in the female tag team division. I just don't see it. I don't. Yeah, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, all day.
you got it. What you think, me?
Well, like if I was a betting person, I would definitely 10 times out of 10 choose Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So I do pick them, but I still think there's a small chance that because this is kind of a chaotic match, that Alba Fire and Dawn can kind of win this one. I just feel like Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks are going to be too into fighting that they won't see a situation where they're going to be winning. They might get too angry and not be focused on winning as much as hurting the other people. So I feel like there's a
Mm,
sneaky, especially I think one of them is also from there. So there's a chance that
that's
Piper
true.
Niven can lose, Drew can lose, and I think I don't know which one. I don't know if it's Alba Fire or
Both, both,
Ala Dawn, but I think one of them's also from there. They might
no,
be the
both of them.
people to get that sneaky win, and then Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair later on will be like, "Oh, we need to get our win back."
Both of them are from there. Alba Fire and
Yeah.
Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking a little bit. They could be the crowd people, and technically even over on that Piper Nivens and Bailey thing, they like Piper Nivens and Bailey almost equally. Even though Bailey's not from there, they love her. They love her song. They sing, they sing along to it. So
All right.
I'm based on the crowd thing. There's a slight chance.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Who you got? I say that Damian retains it because there's too many things that can happen to Drew. CM Punk can come back, and as I discussed on my Raw show, you have to get one thing. Damian Priest is sneaky as Bailey is in a sense. But now here's the thing. Even though Drew won and he has to ban the whole Judgment Day from ringside, Carlito ain't from Judgment Day. And he keep telling Carlito to step up and earn his keep. So Judgment Day is banned. Carlito is not Judgment Day. So you got that nut running around outside, and then you got CM Punk that might make an appearance and also can cause McIntyre to lose, which probably would make him snap. That would be crazy. But yeah, I think that Drew is not going to get that belt. I think Damien's going to retain this title. What y'all think? Go ahead, Meek.
I actually agree with you. I don't think there's even a small chance he's going to win this one. There, there is a precedent for people going to their hometown and losing. Um, I agreed about the CM Punk thing, that and the Carlito thing. Those are two big obstacles in his way when they want Drew to lose, or they're on their Priest side. Now, there also is a small chance that Liv Morgan could try to do some type of distraction. To be like, "I did it for you, Dom." So that's
Ah,
another obstacle right there.
what you think? Oh, that was funny, yo. What you think?
Yeah, you know how we do it, man. I gotta say, my man Drew McIntyre, bruh, he's gonna be home. Actually, I think he should have won it when he fought. Was it Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
A few years ago. I
Yeah,
was rocking over there. I'm like, yeah. So he's going back and he's gonna lose it. And listen, we already got Piper Nivens losing. We already got the. Somebody got to win that from him. Second,
All right. So you're not going for your boy Damien, who's from New York. You're not doing the New York. Oh, goodness. All right.
man, I ain't going
So you know me, I
for
always throw a monkey wrench in there for y'all. Always got that one question. Even though I stumped y'all in a couple of other ones, this is the last question of the night. What match do y'all think should be added to this pay-per-view? Me, personally, I think it should be KO and the Street Profits versus the Bloodline and the Street. That's me. What y'all think?
I think they should have waited, and they should, or they should. How do I say this? You know, Randy Orton versus Gunther should have been on here.
Again,
Yes, a rematch. Like, listen, my shoulders was not down. You need to rematch me for that crown. Give me that thing right now.
nah, I think that he should wait and when he wins it at SummerSlam or wins a title at SummerSlam, because I think Gunther can beat Damian Priest. Honestly, once he get that belt, then Randy can come there and challenge him for that. Once he get the belt, let him keep the
Yeah.
crown. And it's just a crown. Let him keep that. What you think, Sal?
Man, you always throw the monkey wrench questions, man. But hey, listen, I'm thinking Uncle Howdy versus anybody. You know what I'm saying? Where's Uncle Howdy at? Like, come on.
The countdown is
You know
still
what I'm
going. You never know, and it actually came down. I think it's at 2 countdown. I did that. I scanned that thing, and there's a countdown.
Yeah, it is.
So I think it's gonna happen probably at Clash of the Castle. You might get your wish.
Oh,
They
I
might
got one more.
Oh, that might be what is the downfall of Drew McIntyre.
All right.
Yeah, what you got? What you got, me?
Joe Hendry showing up at any point.
You know, this, I'm done. That's all we got. So,
As a matter of fact, you never know. That AJ Styles match, the OC come in and like, oh, what is he going to do? He's outnumbered. Say his name and he appears.
all of a sudden the lights go out. That might be it. But I don't know. You're right. It might be. But that depends if that's the first match. If it's the first match, it's not gonna happen. If it's the last match, then maybe that's a possibility. You never know. But I'm looking forward to Clash at the Castle. Thank all y'all for tuning in. Once again, you know who I am. This is Teo. And these are my brothers here that come through. Razzling World is in the house. Meek Mill. Meek Mall Law and South Showtime. And we are going to come back probably in 2 weeks for AEW. The pay-per-view that's coming up on AEW. I gotta get the date. So we probably do that on a Thursday. So
Yeah, I think Forbidden Doors on the 28th.
28th. Okay, so we come back on that, and we're gonna do AEW next time. So thank y'all again for tuning in, and we'll see y'all the next time in about 2 weeks. All right, and we out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.